make more money, make more success, so that your ex will be very proud to post about your success. Charlie, that's the inspiration I picked from the Ballon d'Or exercise. Why are you laughing? Charlie, Munyeska.
Asare.
So your ex will be very proud of posting you.
Why? Because Barcelona posted Usman.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you've seen it.
Yes, I saw that they posted. In fact, the Barcelona fans are even happy that Usman won.
Yeah.
I was saying about go through, about go party and Kakona. Kakona on Beijing is
You funny me, sir.
Why? I go a personal story. So what's your story?
My Akomeah, our boys now. What do you say? Nigeria movie. So the baby ex baby na. Oh, they want to.
Who do ex baby here? It doesn't happen every time.
Who ex be a 1 year? I say tam now.
Other cry a solid cry. Of our whole being. And we are with you. But at the end of the day, it's also yeah. And at the end of the day, it's also for your also personal benefit.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, every ex, at least they will not think that they've dodged the bullet.
Okay.
Oh yes.
At least they'll be proud to say that's my ex, because there are some exes that.
So can you be proud enough to tell us about your ex?
Are you proud of your ex?
Yeah. Oh.
Are you proud of your ex?
Have you? Don't you realize that Bonnie we have to watch?
Bonnie D nebi sanyo ba
But you say no, Emma.
ex.
But first of all, are you proud of your ex?
My ex, yeah, I'm proud of her.
Bonnie D nebi sanyo man.
I'm proud of her. Proud of you.
On this note, we'll find next very soon. Guys, welcome to the 4 Post podcast, and we're about to start yet another conversation about the Ballon d'Or exercise yesterday. It's the 2025 edition, the 69th installation of this prestigious individual prize. And there have been additions to it. We'll break it down, and then we'll do the good, the bad, and then the necessary. My name is Michael Asare. Boadu. To my left and my right.
Call me Michael Akomeah, the sports messiah.
Ami Tafa. Welcome to the discussions.
Yes. I'm a Fifi Ambonidi.
Now the name of Bumidi, Fifi. Call me Fifi.
You are not talking.
Thank you.
Say you are proud of your ex.
Proud of my ex. But are you not proud of your ex?
Oh!
Never now, I don't know ex or fighter now.
Okay, so mention your ex's name and request a song.
But did you cheat? Did you cheat? Okay, huh?
Mena. Easy. Yeah.
We a killer.
My ex be a media.
We a killer.
Who do you when you?
Oh, the old father will cry.
It be life. We want to move on.
Okay, so shout out to all the exes.
All the exes.
We love
But
you.
what was the first name of your ex?
The first name of my ex.
Yeah.
Adobia.
She doesn't have a first name.
But what was the first name of your ex?
Oh, which one?
The recent one, the most recent one.
There is no most recent
Oh,
one.
wow!
Shout out to all of you guys.
guys.
We love you. We love you. You guys, if you don't understand, find X in the comment section.
X.
Yeah,
Find X.
find X.
In X.
All right, so guys, yesterday it was a beautiful ceremony. A lot to talk about, but I think what will trump all the topics or the angles would definitely be that of Usman Dembele. Dembus. He won it, the greatest prize on the night, and that was the men's Ballon d'Or winner. Today, I won't say FIFA. You guys, you were expecting me to FIFA. It won't come out. So we are here to discuss the good, the bad, and the necessary. Let me pick initial thoughts from you guys. Just sum up the Ballon d'Or exercise yesterday. How was it like? It looks like this was one of the less eventful Ballon d'Or nights. Not much talk about Wahala, fiasco, it was just smooth. Oh,
Yeah. For me, I think that last night was a combination of Usman Dembele's hard work throughout the season. And you have to give him credit for the work that he has done. It's a story that is interesting to tell, but then really, it's also one of Usman never really giving up. And I think that if you look at it per the differentials, Usman Dembele 100% deserves it. Even Barcelona fans are accepting that this is an award for Usman Dembele. Why? Because his number did show. I mean, 35 goals or so, 14 assists.
I think he had
competitions.
33 on penalty goals.
Yeah.
That is fewer than the figure chalked by
Rafinha?
Salah.
Okay.
And then also for
Lamine?
No, for Dembele.
Okay, Ousmane Dembele. Yeah. So, I mean,
Non-penalty goals.
non-penalty goals. So that is
I
good.
thought Dembele was second to Harry Kane and then Salah.
Okay. When it comes to the non-penalty goals.
Yes.
But
then there is is it? Yeah, I think I got it right.
Yeah, and then what trumps that is the fact that Ousmane Dembele was successful. He won the Champions League, and it looks as if it's the greatest. See, Mike, we couldn't have finished this Ballon d'Or where there has been a season where France has had its greatest season in Europe since Marseille.
Okay.
And then we won't have a crowning moment of a French boy or a player from that team in
PSG
France
side.
winning it. So for me, that is it. That is the big one. One thing that since last night I've been thinking about is that if you look at the 6 French people that have won the Ballon d'Or for France, Papin, Coppa, Platini. And Platini is the most exceptional amongst the lot.
Yeah.
He has won it 3 times in a row. Yeah. But then Zinedine Zidane, Benzema, and then Ousmane Dembele. These are all immigrant French people.
Yeah.
So the first 3 are through and through French. And then the last 3 are immigrant French. 2 of them are from the northern part of the Sahara, which is not part of Africa. Whilst Ousmane Dembele is from West Africa in Senegal. So it is a nice story of how, if you look at France and its geopolitical stance of how immigration before the true and true French people were not happy about the influx of black people and Muslim black people coming to their country. Now these are the people that are giving them the accolade and respect from elsewhere. And for me, that is very huge. That is very, very authoritative yesterday from Ousmane Dembele winning the Ballon d'Or. He deserves it. He is the kind of guy that deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. His performances were good. And I think everything just came together last night. I said that I think that Nasser Al-Khelaifi is the biggest winner for me because in all of that, he was the biggest orchestrator. If everything went south, it would have come to him. The decision to bring in Luis Ocampos and then Luis Enrique was the final piece to that puzzle and getting the job done. So congratulations to Ousmane. Congratulations to his friend. Congratulations to his mom. Congratulations to everybody that's been part of the Ousmane Dembele story.
Akomeah, what are your take-home points from the Ballon d'Or?
Yes, Mike. For some, it's a validation. For others, I think it's a legacy.
Yeah.
I think it can also be the two altogether. I actually think it's a validation for the French League.
Yeah.
They've been ridiculed for quite some time now.
Yeah.
They've been laughed at. A lot of things have been said about that league. The Farmers League tag. And as it stands, they've been able to produce a Ballon d'Or winner in the last few years after a dominant display by the Spanish La Liga over the years. And then the English Premier League just came in once with Rodri for Manchester City becoming the new talk of town when it comes to the Ballon d'Or and winning it as a midfielder. The reason why I believe is also a validation here is also about the fact that Ousmane Dembele sacrificed a lot. And I think this is something that validates the kind of sacrifices he's done over the years. Especially this season, knowing his specific role in teams, definitely as a winger. But now playing as a centre forward, makeshift, in what sometimes we call it the Messi role, due to how he perfected it during his days in FC Barcelona under Pep Guardiola. But we have a new king in town who has reigned in that particular position as a false 9 for Paris Saint-Germain. And Mike, and what your mark did treble, which I believe in the history of French football, I don't think Omo Musadi will be that.
No, winning the league,
winning
the cup, and then the Champions League.
And I think another validation here is about being a black kid. Now, skin color. You see, these are things that you can't. People might feel it is easy when you live outside there with such a skin color. Mike, we've traveled 1 or 2. Fifi, you've traveled 1 or 2. Even on the African continent, in the Krakow Krobiswa, maybe about 14, maybe before 10, no difference. Of course. You can actually see it.
Yeah.
So the segregation and the kind of things you go through growing up in different communities, the classrooms you will sit, a lot of things. Yeah. And I think this is a very important factor in terms of validating the fact that black players are good. They can also deliver at the big stage. And they can do something better. But I also think this is a legacy because he has actually set a tone for himself in the next few years to come. He can confidently sit down and tell his children, I have a legacy. I won the treble for Paris Saint-Germain this year. I did this, I did that. At the end of the day, I won the best player of the world playing for Paris Saint-Germain. It's a legacy that I actually believe that will be there for a long period of time.
True.
Another legacy, Paris Saint-Germain, they have produced a Ballon d'Or winner. Yeah. Mike, for how many years are they going to produce another one again?
Yeah.
This is a huge legacy. Legacy way there. Yes, we try to one more. So Jaibo Bonnekrana, Paris Saint-Germain in their history books. So Akomeah be almost signed in the back. Now people coming to the club, young talents coming through the academy. They are going to look up to what Ousmane Dembele did.
Especially for young French talents.
Yeah, especially when Paris Saint-Germain thought that it was going to be killing Mbappe.
Yes.
And it wasn't Mbappe. Mbappe's quote-unquote forced move out of the club.
Yeah.
And now it has to be a new boy who was originally from Rennes.
Yes.
And have to come to Paris Saint-Germain.
At some point, and no, he's not their through and through academy guy.
No.
As compared to other players who came through.
Dembele is Rennes, right?
Yes.
Yes, that Rennes.
So definitely, he's going to be in the historical books. You know, a time is coming. You know, he's going to have his picture in the museum at Paris Saint-Germain, their new training grounds. And when these kids come around, it's a big legacy, Mike. It's a big legacy. It's a big legacy.
You were talking about the influence of where he grew up in and the segregation in there. In the movie The Great Gatsby, Leonardo DiCaprio played that role. And he talks about how the environment we all grew up in shape us. And maybe that is why the Ousmane Dembele story is that funny, in the sense that he didn't understand that he has to be a professional footballer.
No.
It was never in his mind. It was never about being a pro. He just wanted to play football and go home. He was an exceptional player, that is all. But Ousmane Dembele got to the point where he realized that he can't just be a pro and that is all. He has to be more than just a pro. So how do you become more than just a pro? How do you make sure that at the end of the day, you do more than just being a pro? And it has shaped him. He went to the La Masia, Barcelona, played with people from the La Masia who had a proper academy system and trained at such places. Then now he has understood that he has to do better as a young man. So, congratulations to him.
A very big night for him yesterday.
Yeah.
Validation and legacy.
Yeah.
This is something that is going to take years.
Yeah.
And I think every single footballer in this world would love to have an opportunity to get this particular validation and legacy written. There's a big history, Mike.
Yeah.
Big history. Because I don't know when Paris Saint-Germain is going to have another player that will.
But like a couple of years ago, when Juan Laporta said that, and I don't think anybody ever believed. You'd have been insane if you said that Ousmane Dembele was going to win the Ballon d'Or 2 years ago. Because in the last 4 or 5 Ballon, in the last
4 years ago,
he was not part of the nominations.
Part of the discussions for the
never.
past 5
Even
years.
for top 30.
Yeah.
No. He has
It's
never
huge.
been.
Never been.
So guys, so from here where next? Next year, it will be the World Cup will definitely factor into.
Yeah.
So the World Cup will play a prominent role in deciding who gets to win it. There's still the Champions League to fight for, the respective domestic leagues and all that. So what are the various pointers that you are looking forward to? Which players do you see as closest to coming to win it as it stands now from how the season has started?
Yeah.
I want us to look at that one.
Because
it looks like from what Dembele did, there is a reward for team success and then individual excellence.
The interesting thing is that, Mike, as of December last year, Ousmane Dembele was still working towards it. Was still working towards top form. As of December last year,
he hadn't.
It was not Ousmane Dembele.
Exactly. I think it was then the discussion was Rafinha Salah.
Rafinha Salah, very early.
Rafinha Salah.
So that's why the boys on Twitter will say that you win the Ballon d'Or if you perform well in May and April. But what the boys on Twitter forgets is that May and April is when you win trophies.
And a little bit of Kylian Mbappe because he was also scoring.
Exactly. So in and around that time, so around this time means that the Ballon d'Or is a long haul.
Yes.
And what any player can learn from this Ousmane Dembele story is that you have to pick up the form at the right time. You have to pick up the form and then keep going. And then hope that the form comes at the right time to influence your team to win.
Sure.
Because in as much as we are awarded individual brilliance, you just cannot say that the player is good enough if he's not in a team that's successful. Because to be very honest, there are probably players outside of Europe that are probably in South America that had crazy numbers than Ousmane Dembele. But the limelight just doesn't get them. the frame of the camera doesn't get to them.
Sure.
So they won't come into the conversation. So how does the success that you have today individually affect your team?
Fifi, it's about being influential in the biggest competitions you are going to have in the next year.
Yeah.
Two crucial competitions, whether we like it or not, the World Cup is going to reign supreme.
It is.
How you are going to perform, the individual awards you can pick at the World Cup, and the numbers you can actually produce for your team can do a lot for you.
Yeah. Okay.
If Estevao can get a chance whilst playing in Brazil, when it comes to the discussion around the young players,
Yeah, the Copa.
the Copa Trophy, he was there.
Yeah.
It was not because of Chelsea's performance.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because of Chelsea
It
necessarily.
wasn't because of
Because
Chelsea.
of-
I also think
because
the
of
Club World
Palmeiras.
Cup. Yep, and also the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
That is why I'm saying that just as
especially.
the Club World Cup played
Yeah.
a crucial role,
Yeah.
Then it means
you can also play in South America.
exactly.
Do so well. Maybe
Yeah.
the Copa Libertadores, win something like that, score enough goals.
That's what I'm saying. That
and come to the
so
World Cup with
in
Argentina or
South
Brazil,
America,
do something.
those numbers should translate into something. So he had the opportunity of the Club World Cup
Yes.
to come and show everybody that he's good, and they were in the quarterfinals.
I think even for Africa, there are certain things you don't pay close attention to.
Yeah.
Because there are two major competitions you can have huge influence in. Let's say if Senegal should qualify for the World Cup, I'm
Yeah.
using Sadio Mane as an example alone.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that he's going to win the Ballon
Pap
d'Or.
Matza.
I know they are young players. I'm only trying to use a player like
An
Sadio
established
Mane,
player,
an established player. Sadio Mane can actually have a very good season with Al Nassr.
Yeah.
Score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Maybe for the first time in Al Nassr's history,
Yeah.
they will win the Asian Champions League.
Yeah.
Then goes on to play with Senegal at the AFCON.
Yeah.
Wins the AFCON and becomes the best player at the AFCON.
Yeah.
Now goes to the World Cup with Senegal.
Yeah.
Do not win the trophy. Definitely places third
Yeah.
with Senegal.
Yeah.
Wins the golden ball, the silver ball.
Yeah.
It gets his name in the conversation.
He gets his name in the conversation
Yeah.
easily.
It will.
Easily.
But it's Mike. We also have to understand that it's not going to be straightforward for him.
I understand though.
Because if Harry Kane,
But he gets your name there.
yeah, but if Harry Kane, where did you say Sadio Mane will get to with Senegal in the World Cup? With your analogy,
Semi-final.
semi-final.
Maybe third, bronze.
If Harry Kane also gets to semi-final, doesn't win silver ball. Maybe Sadio Mane wins the silver ball. He wins the bronze ball, right? And then Harry Kane also wins the Champions League, win the German Bundesliga, win the DFB Pokal. It's done. Sadio Mane can't get to him.
Definitely. I understand from that
So
particular point of
in
view.
this, it means effectively where you play plays a role.
It's important.
And then the kind of trophy that you are
Because there are
competing
some
for.
places that you need to play above and beyond.
But this is where I don't really get it. And I think that is why FIFA is making sure
Yeah.
that they also do their own when it comes to awarding the best player of the season. But normally, the tangent of awarding the FIFA best player of the year, when it doesn't fall in the World Cup year, we definitely have to see that the UEFA Champions League becomes a dominant factor.
Yeah.
I think that it is one thing that we can't shake off. We can't shake it because, you see, the game has standards and ratings, how we rank teams, how...
Oh, of
there,
course.
there are competitions that will be ranked. In a World Cup year, definitely the World Cup will come top.
Yeah.
Then the Champions League would have to follow suit. There are regions we don't necessarily regard. By virtue of history, what has happened in times past, teams from such regions, how well have they fared in international competitions at national level and then at club level? So if you are talking about Oceania, Asia, how well have they competed against? So definitely, it would be Europe, South America coming first, Auckland City.
Auckland City.
So these are all the dynamics that will go around it. Clearly, I think if we are looking for favorites for the Ballon d'Or, we have to look not beyond anywhere but Europe.
But Mike, you told us Hakimi told us.
Ashraf.
Hakimi was sixth.
Yes, it. But that's because of Paris Saint-Germain.
Exactly.
It's not because of the Moroccan
No,
national
no,
team.
no.
I
So
understand that.
Europe will definitely dominate.
Europe will dominate.
Exactly.
But this is where
I think for the top 10, no player outside Europe.
No.
for the top 10,
Yeah,
no
all the
player
players
outside
were
Yeah.
from Europe.
But Mike, I didn't yapa wo nkomona ye di ni na it's based on the fact say share obi to say Hakimi. I didn't know why any this season, the name is already in the system.
Yeah.
You pushing on.
Yeah.
Now Morocco is going to host the AFCON. The probability say Morocco beji AFCON no.
Yeah, hi.
E was wrong.
Of course.
And Hakimi so obenya a very good tournament.
Yeah.
I will make me the PR crowd pushing the crowd man the best player at AFCON.
Yeah.
Boninim, a bit Messi.
Yeah.
African best player of the year.
So he will win it. For that, he will win it.
Hakimi is around.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Salah.
Salah is also. I know Salah is around, but
I think per
best player of the
Hakimi's
year.
achievement, he will win
So,
it. on
Mike,
his
a
side.
didn't was system named that.
Okay, for all Paris
And
Saint-Germain.
the politics.
Few, I also said a didn't was system named
Yeah.
that. Now, Obeji Afcon, maybe best player at the Afcon.
Yeah.
African best player of the year. Now goes into a perfect season with Paris Saint-Germain too. Mike, I believe they have a very good team. When you say Paris Saint-Germain, a very good team.
Yeah.
They could fight for titles.
Yeah.
But the emphasis Champions League no one. Jekwa no most akobo be a semis.
Yeah.
Omoje French League, almost aje trophies in
Yeah.
Asabe count. Then the brightest chance for an African team at the World Cup still remains Morocco.
Yeah.
Maybe this time around, and I believe in them so much because they've kept the core of the team on the World Cup 2022.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's Adeba.
Yeah.
They play so well. They can literally come and do another thing again. And play in the final no akwaje silver. But by side they are okay. When you know, also Ballon and Kiki say Hakimi.
Yeah.
Onuya. Akwapa no kwafo.
Where is
Obo
from?
homodin. But
Where is from?
Vinicius ni clearly Mbappe be
better
40 goals. Ebe wie. Obedi Champions League in the World Cup make us say France be free one of 16.
Yeah.
Aye, quick.
No, but and another thing is, I wanted us to look at this. Post the Messi Ronaldo era, where there were consistent wins by one player.
Yeah.
I don't think in recent times a player has won the Ballon d'Or and then successfully won it again the subsequent season. That is an issue we need to look at.
Yeah. But that's going to be difficult. You see, one of the
Why?
things that's because
So a player like Dembele,
yeah,
what does he lack to repeat another win?
that's that drive. That drive. So I think that is in twofold. Ronaldo had a certain uncommon drive that kept him going.
Okay.
Messi had uncommon, I don't want to say talent for somebody to think that I'm saying that Ronaldo doesn't have talent. Messi was just superior. Trust me, I'm a Ronaldo fan. But when you put Messi on the field and you put Ronaldo in the field, you just can see that Messi is something else.
Messi in ball bossing Ronaldo.
I mean, Neki, no.
Messi in ball bossing
In
Ronaldo.
ball,
He's a
bossing.
better footballer than Ronaldo.
Better player than him.
Better
Ronaldo
footballer
is a
than
better
Ronaldo.
footballer than Messi.
No, it's not.
Messi is a better player than Ronaldo.
But what do players do?
they're
Are they not football players?
No, but for you to be a pro
No,
footballer,
so
you
how-
need more than just the
No,
No,
talent.
come on. Come
Minimum
on.
Yadri.
Messi is a better
If
footballer than
Ronaldo wins the
Ronaldo.
World Cup next year, Ubagbo.
Obake.
Ubagbo.
No, that is for another day. But the point remains, Messi is a better footballer than Ronaldo. Move on.
So, I know you're old.
Onimbo on the boss.
I know you're more.
Okay, please proceed. No problem.
Great. So, unless you have that drive of Ronaldo, or Unimbo the but is a Messi,
Okay.
and that is where the problem is. I think that Ousmane Dembele was talent to Messi, but can he stay fit to play like Messi again for another season, 2 seasons in a row?
That's an interesting one.
That's the big problem. Lamine Yamal Unimbo on but is a Messi or talent to Messi, or wait him out but is a Messi. But as a young man, is he grounded enough to go the levels of Lionel Messi? It's a big deal because there are certain things that Lamine does today that Messi wasn't doing.
Yeah.
So is that going to affect him? Those are some of the issues. But if you look beyond that, those are the two main reasons why it's going to be a little bit difficult
For someone to repeat.
for somebody to repeat it.
I also
Not
hold
even
this-
just twice, but 3 times.
I also hold this personal view that Messi was lucky to play in the Ronaldo era, and Ronaldo the same to play in the Messi era. So they kept
They pushed
challenging each other.
Yeah.
So they pushed themselves beyond
Yeah.
boundaries or limits.
Yeah.
I don't see that now. There isn't a clear player v player rivalry.
Yeah, that's pushing.
Okay,
that.
so Fifi versus Akomeah.
Yeah.
So Akomeah is challenged
Yeah.
to do better than today, tomorrow,
Yeah.
because Fifi is just ahead of him or
Yeah.
just at par with him. So
Yeah.
I want to be better than I did.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that now in the game.
Yeah, I get that.
And the only narrative about rivalry perhaps will be the media trying to stir things up.
Yeah.
Oh, Mbappe versus Haaland. But reality, they
There is
have,
nothing like Mbappe versus
No,
Haaland in
Mike,
reality.
there's one player.
that is my
per-
biggest
One
concern.
player pen am nim so betimi okasa or yes or Ballon d'Or na to also 1-2 betimi. One player per currently. I think it is Kylian Mbappe.
But again, it lacks that aspect I
See,
explained.
there
Who is there to challenge him?
I think if Mbappe wins it the first time, he can go again.
Mike, because those guys in Libya.
My problem with Mbappe is that Mbappe probably will get the biggest challenger from his own team,
And that is
Vinny.
Fifi, that is why I was
Vini
coming to.
Jr.
Yes.
Once I might be a question be about DNO also be here.
Yeah.
I agree with you on the basis that there's this intrinsic hunger
Yeah.
and taste to work well and do well every time.
Yeah.
I believe in 3 things. 1, consistency in world-class performances.
Yeah.
Season after season, you need to maintain your level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adia Ronaldo and Messi, they making sure that they won't go below
Yeah.
what the previous season.
Okay.
It is also 20 year. He will make sure that even in his worst season,
Yeah.
won't go below 20 goals and
Yeah.
assists.
Yeah.
Consistency, world class. Games are influencing that level now.
Yeah.
Number 2, team success. Now the club now Nipane Bono. You will question yourself, say BBT say Rodri or the City AJ. But what was the assurance say City bet dominated said the Rodri time no more dominating within that small period.
So in this state, which team looks
what I
like
say?
they can dominate
that is-
Europe?
I think. No, but okay, so
I think Paris Saint-Germain can.
Paris Saint-Germain
PSG.
can.
I think
No, I
Barcelona
don't.
can.
Time-
I don't think PSG
There's
can.
one club on also actually
Madrid can.
Madrid actually because
Yeah.
Madrid, they remain the only club, Mike.
Yeah.
Or Madrid Champions League,
Yeah.
At was 1, 2, 3.
But Michael, when we discuss Madrid's current form, you tell me that it is too early. They can capitulate.
I know it is too early.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I agree to that.
Yeah.
But this is Real Madrid we are talking about.
But when you
There's
take
always-
Madrid,
there's always a room
when
to
you
live when you're
take
talking about
when you take
Madrid.
Madrid and you take Barcelona, are you confident that Madrid wins the Spanish La Liga this season?
Am I confident? No.
Looking at Barcelona,
No, I'm not confident.
are you confident that with Barcelona, with Paris Saint-Germain, with Bayern, with
No, okay, hold on.
Liverpool?
Hold on, I'm coming. I am confident that with Mbappe's push, Madrid can win the La Liga.
Okay.
Check
For
this.
me, I still stand by it that Barcelona is going to win the La Liga.
Me, I think
When
I think Madrid will do
Mbappe
something
when
interesting.
Mbappe is driving them, and then they all
How
come
long?
to
How
us,
long? How long can Mbappe alone drive
he
Madrid?
can sustain that for the league. Champions League, it gets to the stage where you need others to support. Trust me, Madrid have that individual quality.
Yes.
They don't have that complete set yet
Yeah.
as a team.
But Madrid has more quality than Barcelona.
Individual.
Agreed.
Madrid
So-
has more quality
So
than Barcelona.
That's the
clearly,
individual quality.
I think they can sustain a run in terms of pursuing the La Liga title.
Yeah.
Now, Europe, it gets a bit different because where there is a perfect admixture of quality from Germany, from England, they would all have to come together and then face each other. So the dynamics around Europe, I don't really believe in this whole thing about this one has a set unit that can dominate.
Yeah.
But for that, then Pep Guardiola would have dominated in Europe. But along the line, there will be a team that will come in. Obesa Amiya Gunegari, no, I say picture.
Yeah.
So Inter Milan will do it. Pep will win it again. Then Bayern Munich will come up.
Was it-
Do you get a picture now?
Matuasipa.
So, in my opinion, I doubt, unless you are called Real
Mike,
Madrid, you cannot dominate
That
Europe.
is it. And when we be painting a Boasewa, only be the Agua no in
So-
the
Unless
so
you are real.
only
AC
Real Madrid,
you see,
they beat
so-
Rice
and
Stadium.
the evidence is there. AC Milan had an all-conquering side.
Yeah.
Players, coach, and Ancelotti.
Yeah.
2002, 2003, they went to the final
Yeah.
with Seven Up.
No, but Mike,
They won
Mike,
it.
before you go
Then
on with it.
2 years, I'm coming. 2 years later, they come to meet Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool beats them via penalties.
Yeah.
It is a final they should have won easily.
Okay.
First half, 3-0 ahead.
Yeah.
Then 2 years later, 2007, they come to meet Liverpool, then they win. So in that space, Milan made the final 3 times, which they should have won all 3. They couldn't dominate. This is the Champions League.
Is it just
Unless you are called
Mike,
Real Madrid.
Mike, when we talk about also Madrid and then their dominance of Europe, we talk about the peak time, which is 2016, 17, 18, 19 coming down, right? I think that a couple of things happen,
Okay.
and those are instructive. They found in the mix, in almost every time Madrid has dominated Europe, there's a certain superhuman of a sort in the team. So at the time when they had Alfredo Di Stefano at the time, coming down to the days of the Galacticos proper, which isn't even really been like that, but then they were instrumental in Europe.
But for between 98 to 2001 was Zinedine Zidane.
Exactly as I'm coming. So that's the Galactico era.
Dan Raul.
Zinedine Zidane coming in. Exactly. And then the Raul Figo, adding Luis Figo. And then when they transitioned from
Not forget
2008, 9, I shouldn't forget,
Good team.
Oh, drop it. It's a small boy.
when they transitioned from the 2008, 9, 10, when Barcelona took over with Pep Guardiola, now a certain Cristiano Ronaldo had to come from Manchester United. They have a super
The
squad.
issue has been about balance.
Yeah.
Madrid has one of the best goalkeepers in the game now.
Yeah.
Mike, I said, oh, the Madrid come baby.
No,
Already
the-
a nine all
the-
problem
the- the-
Madrid defense.
no.
Why you sorted now?
So
They don't-
the Madrid squad,
Yeah.
it is not as per as we've envisaged.
That's what I was telling you guys the last time that
They have a
when
crack
when you
squad.
people say that, oh, Madrid, they are not there. I keep on telling people that Xavi Alonso has solved the problem with Efie Nyansa.
And he's trying to find
balance.
what actually works on a consistent basis.
That's the last time I was telling you that, Mike. I was telling you.
Position by position.
No, if we do that inventory, it's simple. See, goalkeeping department, Madrid are covered.
Yeah.
Central defense,
Goalkeeper,
Indin
Lunin
Heisen,
and Courtois.
Indin Heisen and Militao.
Yeah.
You have two of the best central defenders in Europe now.
Last season like this, I was very confident always to predict against Madrid because a lot of Madrid fans don't understand. You can't play two erratic centre backs and win games in Europe. It's not possible.
Now they are thinking about moving
left to left.
They're thinking about moving Rudiger out just to make way for one of Konate or
So even in the
Saliba.
absence of Rudiger or Konate or Saliba, there's still Rudiger and Raul Asensio, who was very good for them last season.
Mukui players.
But like squad player, Mike.
Squad player.
When you compare this
No,
squad player, imagine Rudiger being your squad player.
I get it.
Rudiger is on the
Rudiger is
level.
squad
Rudiger
player.
is on the level of Chaloba and Sins, and he is squad player of Madrid.
Oye Mata, I understand.
Frank Garcia and Alvaro Carreras.
Yeah. And Carreras is one of the best
Wow,
young
he's
left
been
backs in the
superb.
game now.
But Manchester United has the best centre back names in England.
Please, let's move on to what you wanted to say. Let's
See,
go.
the Ballon d'Or has compelling stories. If Fifi wants to drag me to Manchester
Please,
United.
just tell the story. story. Let's go.
The reason why I was speaking about narrative and the public perception about Ballon d'Or players and Kylian Mbappe had to come in, that I actually believe he's going to be one person that he can win back to back. Because of the fact that they will love a story of his comeback at Real Madrid, especially when he left Paris Saint-Germain and Dembele won it before him. Something special, especially when he also does something with the French national team again. For instance, an European Championship or more or less a World Cup next year.
The year Ballon, the year France won the World Cup, it was Luka Modric that
It
won
was
it.
Luka Modric that won it. And the
Mbappe was
compelling
then a
story
teenager.
about it,
And then Madrid won the Champions League.
Madrid won the
in that
Champions League. And the
year.
compelling story about
Now, I have this inkling that Madrid will win the Champions League. Mbappe goes to the World Cup with France.
Madrid will win this Champions League.
Yes. If not Chelsea, Madrid. So when they win it, so that is why I'm so confident that Mbappe stands a better chance of winning this award next year. Injuries can play its part and then perhaps derail him from that part. But my issue is, I see him having an excellent individual season across Europe. Then a successful season
Affirmative.
with Madrid. Then with the French national team. He's
Affirmative.
definitely their leader. And the only thing the shop needs to do now is to get the other players to work for him like Alonso has done at Real Madrid.
Mike, can I tell
They
you
are
something?
sorted.
I'm not a soothsayer. But if France should go to the World Cup with N'Golo Kante, top form again, Paul Pogba, top form again, with Tchouaméni, trust you me, France will win the World Cup.
Oh, they stand a chance. They have one of the best
But
guys.
do you want Pogba to get back to the French team?
I want to see Paul Pogba get back to
Let
the
him
level.
get fit first.
That's what I'm saying. Say I'm not a soothsayer, and I'm using if Paul Pogba should get to that level that we know can influence this French team. We know the champion. You know him, Mr. Loyalty.
He has the quality.
Mr. Loyalty.
So at this instance, if you guys are giving me your favorite top 3 for the Ballon d'Or,
The next Ballon d'Or.
yeah,
Next year.
yep.
In no order.
Judging by how the
In no
season
order.
has started, in no order. Yes.
In no order.
Kylian
I
Luton
don't want to
Mbappe.
even mention that C word, chronology or whatever.
Kylian Luton Mbappe has to be there. Lamine Yamal Ibanez Nazraoui has to be there. I wish Mohamed Salah can win.
So these are your favorite 3.
Kylian Mbappe, Lamine Yamal. I'll give Salah a shout.
Okay. I would rather go for Mbappe. Definitely is a constant. Harry Kane, and then I'll add Lamine Yamal. My favorite 3 in no order.
Harry Kane,
Yeah, Harry
Mbappe,
Kane.
Lamine.
Lamine.
No, but that takes me to the question of, amongst the English boys, who is the likeliest to win the Ballon d'Or?
I think now it's Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
How? We are sitting here and we are saying that
Chelsea are not ambitious enough to
apart
push the drive.
No, but Bayern are not as ambitious as Chelsea.
No, Bayern.
I don't know why after
definitely-
Bayern beating Chelsea, everybody thinks that Bayern can win the
but
Champions League.
in this situation, they'll win the Bundesliga. Chelsea can't win the Premier League.
No, but Bayern
Again in the Champions League, the odds that so the likelihood Bayern performs well in the Champions League and Chelsea is higher. Again,
Harry Kane with the English national team. He's their captain. Kopama has not even cemented his status yet as a short.
No, but apart from that, there's a certain Bukayo Saka for Arsenal.
Oh, please.
No,
Guys,
Mike.
on this note,
No, Mike,
please,
When you talk about Arsenal,
what?
no, but Arsenal has a better chance of winning the Champions League than Bayern. According to the bookmakers.
What?
Don't Arsenal have a better chance to win the Champions League?
Which Arsenal?
No, the same Arsenal.
Ballon
Last
d'Or,
season, they were
Bukayo Saka.
semi-finalists, you see. You were talking about facts when it comes to Madrid. But when it comes to Arsenal, we want to say
No,
that
this is not about Arsenal.
No, but calm down. Last season they were second. What was buying?
No.
Last season they were in the semi-final.
They were in
No,
the
I'm saying that
semi-final.
last season.
So who are they
Arsenal were
going?
in the
So who are they
semi-final.
going to push for the Ballon d'Or?
What are you saying?
Who?
They will push their main man.
Bukayo Saka.
Their main man is Bukayo Saka.
Fifi,
Now don't
Fifi.
Masa to was just
wait.
what I'm saying is that no.
Cut him.
Arsenal fans will come for you.
Bye.
Arsenal fans will come for you. Because you people say what?
Please,
you
end the session. It is over.
Bukayo Saka. Ballon d'Or.
Guys, what I'm saying is that you people sat down when it's Madrid. You've done correct analysis.
royalty.
But I'm saying that this
Arsenal?
Champions League royalty for Real Madrid.
No, calm down. For royalty.
Yes.
Fine, great.
What about Arsenal?
Where was the royalty last season?
What about Arsenal?
Where was the royalty last season?
Okay,
There
so
was no royalty last season.
Exactly.
But where is
That's what I'm
Arsenal's
saying.
royalty?
So it means that.
Where is Arsenal's
So it
royalty?
means that.
Calm down.
So it means that.
Does it mean that during the era where Lyon were consistently edging Madrid out of Europe, they all of a sudden became European royalty?
No, I'm not saying that. I've never said that. I'm not saying
This
that
is
Arsenal is a
an
European
Arsenal
royalty.
team.
No,
But
Mike, I'm not saying
Okay,
that.
Fifi, let me listen to you. What do you want to tell us?
You see,
What do you want to
that's
tell
the
us?
very first time you're listening to me. Come listen to me.
Hey, please end it.
No.
You
cannot end this. No. Kiki even just came in. Just come and sit down. You cannot sit down.
Just like you did for Chelsea.
Bye.